On this week's edition of The Cannologist, your favorite cannabis bartender, Steve, takes us deep into winter with a cozy, spicy drink that's as thoughtful as it is THC infused. This time, Steve's working out of High Rollers Cannabis Lounge in Atlantic City, where the TVs are big, the vibes are mellow, and the drinks, well, they don't contain alcohol, but they absolutely pack flavor.
But here, guys, we are here today in the dead of winter to show you what it means when you put care and love and effort into your cannabis cocktails. Guys, I'm a guy who likes to sit back and relax over something complex and interesting. I want to sip on something and chill out. But I know alcohol is not necessarily my friend, but cannabis is. Cannabis takes care of me, and cannabis is good to me. So I think we can put down the alcohol and start drinking our cannabis. But my big problem is that when I go out there and look for non-alcoholic cocktails, all I find is garbage. I'm not really happy with what's out there. So I wanted to take a second and go into the winter and find something really interesting that you and I could drink. So guys, one of my favorite winter cocktails is called a Hot Buttered Rum.
Like Steve said, his mission this week is to reinvent a wintertime classic, the Hot Buttered Rum, but without the rum. As Steve says, this drink goes back to colonial times, but we're bringing it into the cannabis age. And Steve wanted something complex, savory, and sippable.
So this is a very simple drink. There's only two ingredients. So you've got to layer all your complexity, all the things you want to find in that drink into the ingredients. So you got to be real intentional about it. For like the base, I took a puer tea. This is a Chinese tea that's been fermented. So it's got this full body to it, a little bit of funk. It stands up really well to kind of oversteeping, being really strong. And I layered all sorts of spices in there. I layered cardamom, orange peel, cayenne pepper, anise. I think there's some black pepper in there. But I layered all sorts of spices, flavors in there, steeped that with the tea bags, took it out, and then I reduced the tea for a good, 10 or 15 minutes. So I reduced the tea by about 30%, which brought this great body out of it, which brought this great concentration without being oversteeped, without being overly tannic. So
that's how Steve made the tea, but Steve says the real star of the drink is purple sweet potato butter, made using sugar extraction, cloves, allspice, cinnamon, and that deep roasted vegetal note that you can only get from real ingredients. Steve takes these ingredients and folds them into whipped butter, and that becomes the base of the cocktail. For the cannabis infusion, Steve uses a syrup made with lemon royale, a sativa-leaning strain with bright citrus and relaxing effects. It's the perfect post-work wind-down drink. And Steve whisks the butter batter into hot tea, emulsifies it right in the glass, creating a thick, nutty, aromatic cocktail that's all cozy foam and spice on top. Steve wraps this up with a taste test, joined with Bruce from Agricin Cultivation. Bruce's review included comments like, "I like that," and "I could totally see cozying up with this on a winter night." And that's a big hug from Steve. From cannabis bartender to cocktail craftsman, Steve's Cannabis Mixology is raising the bar while lowering the volume. You can check out The Cannologist every Friday night right here on Cough Country TV.